So I've just had the car for over a week and I'll give a little bit of feedback. I bought a GPS, it's a Garmin one. I'm pretty happy with it actually. I've mainly had TomToms, but I quite like this one. It shows the upcoming streets, which is really good. Gives you a little not too intrusive chime when there's a speed limit change coming up or if there's a school zone, so that's all good. So I'm happy with that. Most days I'm using hardly any petrol since I've come back. If you look at the fuel gauge here, you can see I'm just around about 2/3 of a tank. So when I got back home, I put about 15 litres in, I guess, or 12 litres, something like that. And I haven't put any fuel in since. So it's just basically stayed there. It just uses very, very small amounts occasionally. In the morning, if it's cold, the engine will just kick on for about 30 seconds. And not every morning, some days it won't. So I reckon I've used less than 1 litre of petrol since I've come back, so that's all great. One little thing here with the settings, the units, I've noticed I sometimes have to go in there. I want it on this one here, kilometres, litres per 100 and so on, but for some reason it seems to default to this one, or it doesn't default, it seems to change every few days. I don't know why. There might be something I haven't read. I haven't even had a chance to look and read in the book yet. So if anyone knows what's going on there, why that seems to do that, because I always have to go into the settings to change it. It's not that warm yet in Western Australia, so I haven't really had to use the climate control. I have put it on a couple of times, and I tend to put it in eco mode just to try and eke out a little bit of extra kilometres. So today, I haven't got much left, but usually I'll easily do my rounds in the morning. So it's showing a range of around just above 30 kilometres in the morning. That's what it seems to show now with towing a trailer. You've got to bear in mind that I'm towing a little trailer. So it's giving me a range of about 30, and most days I'd only do about 20, 25 max, like today, and you can see there's a few kilometres left. So that gives you an idea of the range. Now I'll just go and show you the rear tailgate. Now for some reason the rear tailgate is not quite as good as the Forester. So there is a button inside, actually I'll even show you for those of you who are curious. Just here, this button here, you can press that and that will obviously lift the tailgate. So for some reason you have to press the button and then you actually sort of have to lift the tailgate and then actually sort of pull it up to before it starts to go automatically, unless I'm doing something wrong, but you sort of just have to pull it up like that and then it will open. Whereas on the previous cars I've owned which have had this feature, all I've had to do is literally press the button, which is sort of where the handle is to lift it, and then it will just lift automatically. So for some reason this doesn't sort of do it automatically unless you press the button on the inside, which you can do. To put it down, obviously it's got this button which is great. You just press it and down she goes. As I said, it's not as fast as on the Forester and the Outback which I had, but that's not an issue. Whenever I've gone off road on the dirt, if I take the dog for a walk or something, it's been fine, not at all, not an issue. I did go to one place which was a little bit muddy. I don't think it has a mud setting, but I put it on snow and it seemed to do quite well on that. And as you can see, I've got my little trailer behind there, which is not really an issue to tow. It's around about 400 kilos, I guess, the trailer with the stuff in it. So it's not really an issue to tow, thankfully. So yeah, that's my little 1 week check-in, or actually it's a bit more than a week, about 7 or 8 days now that I've had the car. And I'm absolutely loving not having to visit a petrol station. Normally by this time I would have easily visited a petrol station to fill up if I'd been driving the Forester. So I haven't had to do that. It's been great. Alright, I'll see you all soon. Bye.